Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I'd like to introduce you to somebody. This guy right here is 29-year-old Hayward Biggins out of Jacksonville, Florida. And this guy, ladies and gentlemen, is a bona fide jackass. This guy is charged with shooting at an occupied dwelling and attempted burglary, according to the record out of St. Johns County. This guy right here walked up to a house, Ring doorbell captured him, ringing the doorbell. Once he couldn't get in the house, he fired a shot at the door and slowly walked away, tripping on his way out of there. I'm going to play you this video, let you see what he did real quick. I'm going to read you this small article, and then we'll come back and do what we do. Guys, before I show you this video, which is very short, I just want to read this article real fast. And it reads as follows. Man caught on video shooting at St. Johns County home, arrested when deputies found him lying in the road. Police say the man has 2 active warrants, one out of Duval County for battery and one out of Georgia. It says, a man is behind bars after he was caught on video shooting at the front door of a St. Johns County home, according to a St. Johns County Sheriff's Office Facebook post. St. Johns Sheriff's Office says the shooting happened at a home on Y Road in the northern part of the county on March 14th. Ring camera footage shows the man, identified as Hayward Biggins, 29, attempt to break into the home, pull out a gun, and shoot at the home's front door. When deputies arrived on scene, Biggins' arrest report says they found him approximately 100 yards away from the home, lying in the road next to a garbage can. His firearm, a Glock 29 10mm, was found 20 yards away from the home in the road. Biggins was then arrested and charged with shooting into an occupied dwelling and attempted armed burglary, the post states. The sheriff's office says people were in the home watching TV at the time. The shot was fired by Biggins. Biggins' report states that he has 2 active warrants, one out of Duval County for battery and one out of Georgia. He currently remains in custody at the St. Johns County Jail, where he is being held with no bond, jail records show. All right, guys, that's the story of Mr. Hayward Biggins going out in a blaze of glory for nothing. Now, this guy did survive. He's locked up now with no bond, 2 warrants, in one county and another state. Can't make it make sense, so we'll work with what we got here. I'm gonna bring up 4 points. First point is this. It surprises me how many people at an older age are willingly, recklessly violent. Like the simplest thing, demands the squeeze of a trigger. This guy fired a gun into a house with a family inside. And you've seen him touch the doorknob, ring the doorbell, right? And then kick the door real hard. What if a kid was coming up to the door to open that door, or somebody was coming down the steps or walking by the door to peek out the peek hole when he fired that shot? Not thinking at all. That could have been a lot worse. Why are you shooting at a house? Number one, you know how expensive a door is? Now, when I was looking at that, it's many possibilities of why he did that. It could be a girl's house. It could be a friend's house that won't let him in. It could be anything. But either way, it wasn't up to you to shoot somebody's door because you were upset. It's crazy how people just pull a gun out and just use it. You know, guns have safeties on them. When you have a gun in your hand, it's a certain amount of responsibility with gun ownership. Now, these guys, usually that get these guns and stuff, don't acquire them legally and have no training when they use them. That's why they look stupid when they in the street jumping up and down and hopping with hoodies on and masks on their face, not standing in one place looking dumb when they shoot and innocent people get killed. That's the first part. Second part is once they release this firearm and shoot it, they have no plan. This dude was found 100 yards away from the house, the gun 20 yards from him, laying in the street when the cops came. What was he, asleep, drunk? What? Who hides in the middle of the street? It's like they do this type of stuff and like, oh, well, I did it, whatever. That leads me to the third thing, and these all tie together. He had warrants in 2 different places. Why would it be wise to cause another disturbance somewhere when you got warrants? But then again, a lot of these people do so much trash and stuff and run away from scenes, they don't realize that they do have warrants. And that's the scary part. A lot of these people are wanted by cops right now that are walking amongst us and still out here creating mayhem. I have no sympathy for this dude at 29 years old. And y'all notice I bring up age a lot, you know, because I can just remember when I was that age, the level of responsibility I had and my way of thinking. When I was younger, I realized, you know, your social mistakes you make in your teens, all the way up until 20 years old, meaning, you know, you learn about how to be in front of people, you know, peer pressure. You go through all of that stuff in high school. It's prepping you for the real world, right? Your financial and your adult mistakes you learn in your early 20s, i.e., if you ain't got no money, ain't nobody gonna pay for something. If you can't get to work because you just spent your money somewhere else, you better find a way, you know, or, you know, being responsible for yourself, like adult problems, being responsible for stuff, because ain't nobody else gonna save you out here. You got to be smart. When you have money, save your money to where, you know, it'll extend to your next pay period, or just understand that the way you are right now, you don't want to work like this for the rest of your life. You got to save something up. You're going to eventually have to retire. You have to be responsible, both as an adult and as, you know, someone that's out here going through employment and having money in your hand. You learn that stuff in your early 20s. If you don't pay a bill, the lights get cut off, and ain't nobody else going to pay the bill because it's your fault. Have to be accountable for your actions. All of this stuff is learned in your early 20s. And, you know, from your parents, hopefully, if you was raised right, in your teens. You start to see people out here doing stuff as if it's a 14 or 15-year-old kid throwing a tantrum with a gun in their hand, just using the gun and just shooting at any given time. 29 years old, about to be 30, locked up, no bond. Got a warrant in Duval County out there in Florida, and then got a warrant in Georgia. So every place you went, you done caused mayhem. It's nobody's fault but yours. That's why, like, you know, when I do these stories, I'm like, yo, I have no tolerance for this. 29 years on the planet, and there was never no awakening, no period of awakening in your mind where you're like, yo, okay, I'm going down the wrong path. Let me straighten myself up real quick. I'm just saying, everybody has those moments. And whether you think about them and you reflect on them, that's up to you. Same thing with your life and your heart beating. When your heart stop beating, you go in the casket. Nobody else go with you. And trust me, everybody crying and falling all over that casket, they will not trade places with you, even though they say they will. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Take care.